What's good guys, it's TSG. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some of the biggest leaks from the showcase that just came back. We are back in 2023 with the showcases, and you know what that means: leaks, leaks, leaks. Let's get into them. The first leak that I wanted to put a bit of a spotlight on was this one right here, and this is Illuvium Zero with actual animations. So we know that Illuvium Zero Alpha has come out, and we know it's been received incredibly well by the community and others that have access to it. One of the things that was noticed by the community was that Illuvium Zero Alpha didn't actually have that many animations. But Grant has just leaked this on the showcase, and as we can see, the city is alive. There's so much going on. It looks beautiful. To be honest, Illuvium Zero Alpha, even in this current state, looks incredible. To have your city, your plot of land actually feel a bit more alive just looks incredible. And I have to say, the Brightland Steppes land does look incredible. Personally, I have Shardbloff Labyrinth. I know it gets a lot of hate being super dark and black. I think it's incredible, but I do need to give credit to Brightland Steppes because I do agree. The greens and the pinks do look beautiful together. The next thing that was highlighted in the showcase is this, the dimensional stability. It looks like they're working on the animations of it, and it looks incredible. For anyone that's played the overworld, you're gonna know what dimensional stability is, and that is when you get into a battle, the more powerful illusions you use, the more unstable your instance becomes, meaning you have less chances to actually go and capture the alluvials on the enemy side of the board. As we can see in this animation, the more he takes off the actual board, the more stable it becomes. The bigger the actual circle, sphere, I don't even know what to call it, becomes. And the more he puts on, the smaller it becomes. One thing that we can see in this animation is everything around the stability is black. And I'm curious to see if that's actually gonna happen in game as well. While we're inside of it, is this just something that they're working for animation purposes, or when we're inside the game, are we actually going to see things just disappear and everything kind of give us a bit more of a claustrophobic feeling, or are we going to see the background still and the world still just more blurred out? One of the bits of feedback that we got from the overworld was that the world didn't feel alive, or it felt somewhat monotonous. So we got this leak right here with the rocks, and I think this effect is incredible. This is one of the improvements that we're looking to implement to actually make sure that the game feels a little bit better. Grant did mention that the end goal is to actually point your gun at the rock and actually choose the areas of the rock that you want to disintegrate with this effect. So obviously this is a very, very early stage version of this, and there's a lot of work to put into it to actually get to where we want to go. But even seeing this already is quite exciting to show us the potential of what we can expect in the overworld moving forward. Of course, it wouldn't actually be an Illuvium showcase without the Snoop Dogg of the Illuvium franchise.
Yabba dabba do. It is I, says me, Snoop Lion, aka Snoop D-O-double-G, king of the motherfucking
Arena. Right here, we can see the 3 different stages. We've got stage 1, 2, and 3. I don't know their names still. I know the stage 3 is called Bloodo, but this is where we're actually seeing that they're actually going to be an empath and a bulwark. And I think this is quite cool. So it's going to be a healer tank. And you can see it's kind of getting high off its own fumes. The fumes are going to go around it. It looks like it's an AoE. The effects, we're not too sure of what the effects are just yet. I mean, they haven't been said publicly. And this is by far one of my favorite lines. Again, just seeing how it develops and grows. They all have their own personality. Personally, I'm not that into the baby one. I mean, it is super cute. Don't get it twisted at all. But this right here, the stage 3, is my favorite. Now, this isn't much, and there is some technical mumbo jumbo that goes with this leak, but I'm not going to talk about that. What I'm going to talk about is just that we're getting to look at Brightland Steppes. So this is going to be one of the next regions that we actually get access to. And I just want to say how different this looks to Crimson Waste. Crimson Waste is barren, it's a desert, it's red, sandy. But this one here looks like it has a lot more life. And obviously we can see that the grass textures haven't been perfectly implemented. You can see the sharp edges and everything like that over here. And obviously this isn't the best quality image because I am zooming in. But you can see that it has got a lot more life into it, a lot more greenery, and I think it's going to be a nice change for those of us that have spent a lot of time in Crimson Waste to switch between them, to just get a bit of a different feeling, a more light feeling. This is another image from Brightland Steppes, and this is just to show the sheer scale of this world that we're building. And again, thankfully, we have the Jimbo jump to be able to traverse, zoom past things, but look how tiny we are. And if we zoom out, Like, just look how big this is. It's crazy. The world feels like an alien world, and it makes sense. Again, you can see that the texture isn't 100% done yet in this image. There's still a lot to go. You can see it again with the grass, but looking at the ground, seeing things like this with little bumps here and there, showing a bit of variety in the ground just makes the world really feel alive and not just static, right? Not just kind of bland and flat. It looks like it's really being eroded over time with water or whatnot, wind. I don't know if the ground can get eroded by wind, I don't know, but you get the picture. The world feels alive. Moving on, it wouldn't be one of these videos if I didn't highlight some of the Iluvatars that are coming out. This is a product that I'm super excited for. I know it's not a big thing. Profile pictures aren't a massive deal, but I think it's just gonna be cool to have something personal, something that you can customize yourself, have a one-of-one. I'm going to be so surprised if we're gonna see duplicates of an Iluvatar. I think everyone is gonna have something unique, and that to me is super exciting. So looking at this one right here, I believe, man, I might be wrong with this, but I think this one was Grilla, which is the one that was based off Grant, the Rogue. This looks really cool. The details on these things are just insane. I am gonna kind of go through these quickly because there are quite a few of them to get through. Following up, we have Apon. So Apon, I believe, is going to be a Scion in the game, a bit of a magic damage dealer. This ape is based on Aaron, the other one Grant. I personally like this one more than Grilla, if I'm being completely honest. So Grant, don't kill me if you do watch this video. I think you're amazing, but your ape isn't my favorite. Over here, we have a Lynx. I mean, look at the details on the fur for a profile picture. Again, this is just nuts when you compare it. I don't even know what to call it, but everything about this, man, like this art team is honestly on another level. Like, this is meant to be a profile picture. Even if you compare it to my ETH Lizard or anything else out there, the quality is different. Like, this is a different thing altogether. And then we have another Lynx as well with the teardrops. Like, just look at man, the teeth always get me. The gums in the teeth always get me. Like, it's crazy how much detail. Like, this right here is a Scar vibe, right? Like, when he's pushing Mufasa off, he's looking down at him over the cliff and just, yo, this looks monstrous. This looks monstrous. I can imagine a lot of people are gonna want to get this one. And of course, ending it with the polar bear. There are a lot of people in the community that really want to see this polar bear in game, in action, so I can only imagine that they want the same thing for the Iluvatar. And I mean, just look at the details. I know I'm going crazy saying the details. If I can, the teeth, I have to show the teeth. But then over here, man, look at this. Just like the ice school kind of hair, the little transition between them. Madness. This is one of my favorites by far. They are actually changing set 1. So the original set 1 that was shown to us publicly is not going to be the set that comes out when the Iluvatar sale does actually get launched. I'm really excited to see what they put in there and what changes they make, because after seeing all of these, we might see some of these that we've seen in the showcases in set 1. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. I appreciate you guys for sticking around, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.